And now, from Don Laughlin's Riverside Resort and Casino in Laughlin, Nevada, it's the Superladies of Wrestling.
Welcome to another exciting week on the LPWA. I'm Joe Bennett, and here with Jim Cornette, we are in Laughlin, Nevada at the great Riverside Resort and Casino. And if you'll stay with me and leave them alone, we have a tremendous hour for you today. We will see Alma Alvarez taking on Denise Storm. Reggie Bennett will be in action. We're going to see some of the controversy surrounding Team America. Terry Power will be here, and I'm looking forward to that. And what a main event we have got. Bambi and Malaya Osaka against Bad, Black, and Beautiful. That'll be a good one.
Shut up a second, Motor Mouth. I want to say one thing about... Oh, shut up. I want to say one thing about Bad, Black, and Beautiful. They're going to wipe the smile off Bambi and Osaka's faces, and my guest on the Louisville Slugger is going to be none other than Commissioner Wally Carbo. And look what I got right here. I dug back in a hall of records, and I found it. Wally Carbo's birth certificate right here, and I'm going to be interviewing him
on parchment.
Watch it, it's going to crumble. It's 300 years old.
Folks, we'll be back. We've got the action starting right after we take a short time out on this week's Super Ladies of the LPWA.
It says here his father come over on the Mayflower.
In the tunnel area, Bonnie Blackstone here with Denise Storm. One of the...
You know what, Bonnie? It's dangerous, Denise Storm, okay? Dangerous, Denise Storm.
Okay, excuse me, Miss Dangerous Denise Storm. I can't help but notice the absence of Jonathan Blue. I hear that he's out in the Orient searching for more members to add to his blues band. How is this going to affect your game strategy, not having him in your corner?
What do you mean not have? I can handle this. I don't have to have somebody in my corner. I don't need anybody's guidance to take care of this.
Let's say, though, if you were taking on the likes of a Terry Power, then would you need somebody like Jonathan Blue's guidance, or should I say interference?
Terry Power is nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing.
When is Jonathan Blue going to be returning from the Orient?
Travel guide? I'm not his travel guide, excuse me, but it's time for me to go kick the beans out of this burrito.
Ooh, without Jonathan Blue or with Jonathan Blue, this dangerous Denise Storm is one nasty woman.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Mexico, weighing 145 pounds, Alma Alvarez. And her opponent this evening from North Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 165 pounds, Dangerous Denise Storm.
Our first match today on the Super Ladies of the LPWA, and what a good one this should be. Dangerous Denise Storm and Alma Alvarez, and Jim Cornette. Right off the bat, Alvarez shows her wrestling technique, holds on to the ropes. Denise Storm goes up flying. I don't think this is how Denise planned on starting this match.
Well, don't worry, I know how Denise plans on finishing this match, and that's going to be with a victory, and Dangerous Denise Storm fully capable of carrying out all of her plans. Alma Alvarez better go back to the Evelyn Wood speed reading English course and learn how to speak some English. You know how you can tell which dressing room Alma Alvarez is using? It's the one with those big puddles of water all over the floor where she's still dripping. She's so wet.
Now, Jim Cornette, we're not going to start with that stuff. You promised me that you would stop these attacks on these women.
I never promised you I'd stop attacking women. I promised you I'd stop running them down so much, but I'm just stating plain facts when it comes to Alvarez. Denise Storm, a member, of course, of Jonathan Blue's blues band. And Blue, of course, from what we understand, is out of the country. He's going all across the world on a big talent search.
Well, I tell you, anything I can do to help keep Jonathan Blue away from the LPWA, I'm all for. We gave him a list of about 40 countries where we understood there were some top women's wrestlers. Maybe he'll visit all 40 if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see him back here in about a year.
Yeah, I figured you'd have some kind of sentiment like that, but you're going to change your tune, Pedicino, when Jonathan Blue comes back to the United States with one of the greatest wrestlers that we've ever seen. Wait a minute, Alvarez.
Almost a 3 count, and dangerous Denise Storm. I don't think, it may just be me, but I don't, well, I was going to say I don't think she's looking quite as dangerous without Jonathan Blue, but...
Well, it may be you, but that may not have anything to do germane to this point. The point is that dangerous Denise Storm is dangerous by herself, singly, together as a couple, member of a group, duo, whatever.
Look at this arrogance on the part now of Storm. I'm not sure I'd be quite so arrogant this soon, although that was a beautiful snap suplex, as Gordon would say, suplex to the rest of us.
Picks her right up to Denise Storm, a member of the Blues Band, along with magnificent Mimi. Jonathan Blue brings back another top lady wrestler to join the Blues Band. They are going to be, without a doubt, one of the most fearsome combinations in professional wrestling. And right now, dangerous Denise Storm doing everything she can to put some fear in Alma. Alvarez picks her up under the arm. A beautiful side slam, drove her down, pointed the spine of the mat. The referee counts 1, 2, and 3. That's it.
3 count. She got her. Alma Alvarez could not take that suplex and then that side slam.
Here is your winner, Dangerous Denise Storm.
So she is every bit as dangerous as she has proven in the past. Dangerous Denise Storm, the winner of this match against Alma Alvarez. We've got some words from Bad, Black, and Beautiful standing by, and then we'll be back with more on the LPWA.
Queen, come on, brother. Let's get it on. You duck and hide, you slip and slide, but in the end, homie, it's inevitable.
That's right, Boog. These people, and I use the word loosely, fear us dearly.
You got it, sister. Queen, you're so afraid of us. Why don't you run back to your closet?
Oh, girl, I don't think the boy got a closet in his house. But one thing I do know, he better be concerned, very concerned, with Bad, Black, and Beautiful.
Huh, we're real concerned about them, you know?
Yeah, real concerned.
Minutes ago, you heard the ranting and ravings of little Boogaloo Brown. I'd like to know who bailed the 3 jerks out of jail anyway. Now, they want to go around saying, we're scared of them, honey. We're right here. Where are you? We're certainly not scared of any colorful group such as you are, honey.
You're going to see history being made because these boots are made for stomping.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's just what we're going to do. Oh, yeah. So Bad, Black, and Beautiful, you step in the ring and see what we'll do to you.
Absolutely. Destroy them. Destroy them. You're just so great. We know you're out there shaking your boots, honey, and we got something you want, but it's never gonna happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first from Mexico, weighing 148 pounds, Gata. And her opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing 170 pounds, Reggie Bennett.
Well, we just heard some very interesting words from the Queen and his court. And I tell you, that situation with them and Bad, Black, and Beautiful is really heating up, Cornette. I am looking forward
Mr. Cornette to you, Mr.
All right, Mr. Cornette to you. I am looking very forward to this situation with Bad, Black, and Beautiful. But in the ring right now, one of the super ladies of the LPWA, Reggie Bennett, the All-American girl. And man, is she looking better than ever.
Oh, that's a matter of opinion. I think Gata, on the other hand, is handling this situation real well. I want to make one comment about the Queen Court Bad, Black, and Beautiful situation. I don't know why Bad, Black, and Beautiful seems to be getting so cocky all of a sudden. I mean, the Queen's been a real good friend of them and they ought to just let things lay where they are instead of trying to rock the boat and stir things up. That's what my opinion is.
I see. So you're going to take the side of the queen in his court in this controversy.
Well, he's not the one that went calling for a match. I don't know why, why Bad, Black, and Beautiful would want to sacrifice friendship just for the sake of a title. I would never do anything
So
like that.
you and Bad, Black, and Beautiful are no longer friends then?
No, I admire them. I think they're a great team. Reggie Bennett with a beautiful back suplex. I admire Bad, Black, and Beautiful. I think they're a great team. Coming in the corner now, grabs Gata. Gonna shoot her off. Turnbuckle to turnbuckle.
Now Bennett goes in after. Bennett's got Gata in the corner and is just coming on strong. Gata comes off, goes for that flying headbutt, but it doesn't even affect Reggie Bennett.
I don't think she caught all of it. She could have caught. Bennett now body blocking her. Going up to the ropes. What's she doing? Wait a minute. Gata runs under. Another body tackle. Gata says, well, you can have some of this too.
But look at what Gata did. Look at that. Gata says what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And let's face it, it was a beautiful move on the part of Gata. Now she's got Bennett back into the corner, but now she's going to go and try it again. If I were her, I'd be careful. I don't know if you can. I don't know. Reggie Bennett says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Well, Reggie Bennett looks like she has a lot in common with Gomer Pyle. But right now, Gata trying to tell her, think it over, think it over.
Yeah, don't use that fist. Gata better hope she can talk her out of it.
What's Sharky doing? Sharky ought to be in there.
Well,
Reggie Bennett threatened to use a closed fist.
But she hasn't used it.
Well, if she had a gun, would he wait till she used that? Come on.
Oh, Jimmy.
He's trying to be fair. Bennett now calls Gata up, brings her over with a snap mare, We've seen a lot of Reggie Bennett, a lot more as a matter of fact than I'd like to. Leg drop right across the throat.
In a lot of other wrestling leagues, that would have been the end of the match right there. The wrestlers aren't even in shape to take a leg drop. But in the LPWA, as you can see, the match is continuing here. And Gata able to kick out.
A lot of people making a lot of talk about Reggie Bennett. I understand Reggie Bennett's going to be involved in an upcoming venture for the LPWA, a 900 number. The LPWA 900 line going to be starting up in the very near future.
I've heard rumors of this. The Super line, I believe it's being called.
The LPWA Super line, and we'll probably have more information on that next week right here on the Superladies of the LPWA. You're going to be able to talk to all of the favorites in the LPWA, like me,
well, which favorites are they going to be able to talk to?
That's what I was just saying, like me, like...
No, which favorites?
Well, they're going to be able to talk to everybody, really, whether you like it or not, whether you like them or not. That's on the LPWA Superline. We'll be telling you more about that next week. As Gata, meanwhile, she might need to get on the telephone and call somebody, as the big cat used to say, because Reggie Bennett right now is pretty well dominating this contest. Is that... she takes her up. Power slam.
Talk about something that'll knock the wind right out of your sails. Gata has just been driven through the mat, and now where's Bennett going? Picks her up, around again. Now what? She's got her in the Reggie. She's got her.
Yep, she's got her in that Reggie rack.
And Gata has given up. Gata was not able to stand the pain of the Reggie rack, and Gata submits.
Here's our winner, Reggie Bennett.
Gata not able to stand the pain of that woman right there, and the Reggie rack wins it for Reggie Bennett. We've got some comments from Team America #1. Then we'll be back to see Team #2 in action.
As you all know, I'm not associated with Hedi Lee Morgan anymore. I am Team America. Hedi Lee says she is. I would like to introduce you to the new member of Team America, Allison Royal.
Thank you, Misty. It's a great honor to be a part of Team America, and I will try and do my best to live up to your reputation as the champion.
I know you will, Allison, and we're going to make a great tag team, and the fans know it too.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 330 pounds, the team of Cheryl Day and the Beast. 3, 2, 1, And their opponents first from Moscow, Russia, weighing 220 pounds, Comrade Orga. And her partner from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing 125 pounds, Hedi Morgan.
Number one, we are Team America.
And fans, together they are known as Team America number 2.
You know what, Jim Cornette?
What's that?
That's an absolute disgrace.
It sure is.
Team
That ring
America
announcer
is a name that has long stood for America and long stood for the American flag. Hedi
that's
Morgan
right.
changes her tactics and turns her back on Misty Blue Sims, and then picks up Comrade Orga as a partner and has the audacity to call themselves Team America.
And
Not
that's
a
why.
chance.
And that's why that ring announcer should be ashamed for calling them number 2. They are the one and the only Team America. Hedi Lee Morgan carried Misty Blue, that lazy, good-for-nothing bimbo, on her back for 20 years or more. I don't know how long it was. She did everything for Misty Blue. She won all the matches. She went out, she had to slobber and hug all over these snotty-nosed kids and these weird-looking defects in the audience, shaking hands with them and everything. I'm surprised she lasted as long as she did.
You're a sick human being, you know that?
Thank you. The point is,
Hedi Lee Morgan turned her back on Misty Blue Sims and on America, as far as I'm concerned, going out and getting this Russian Comrade Orga. Now, I know that we're no longer at war with Russia, but still.
I wasn't aware that we ever had been.
To take, well, you ever heard of the Cold War, James E? But to take, I'm going to tell you something right now. To take the name Team America, which Hedi Lee Morgan had no right to begin with. Let's face it, that name came from Misty Blue Sims. She chose Hedi Lee Morgan as a member of Team America. If anything, Hedi has no right to the name. Misty Blue is the one that has the right, and I understand that she is choosing a new partner, and she is also claiming the name Team America.
Well, she can claim all she wants to claim. What I'm saying to you is Hedi Lee Morgan is the star of this show, brother, and Comrade Orga has been a great partner for her, has more than held up her end of the bargain. And look at Cheryl Day.
Well, hell, she can hold up her end of anything.
Let me ask you a question about Cheryl Day. I wonder if she got free pork chops with that haircut. What do you think? Look at that. Looks like it was done with a weed eater.
What's wrong with her haircut?
Nothing on a 40-year-old man. Now, look at, speaking of...
Yes, look at this now.
Speaking of 40-year-old men, here's somebody that looks like
you
one.
Notice where Hedi Lee Morgan is. She got down off the ring apron, down on the floor, and said, oh, I don't want nothing to do with the beast. Hey, there's your America right there, Hedi Lee. Get in and take some of that, pal.
Boy, you're uppity today.
I am disgusted that they would take the name Team America.
Hedi Lee Morgan didn't want anything to do with it.
Look at this.
Well, interrupt me next time.
Look at this.
Hedi Lee Morgan didn't want to have anything to do with the beast, and I don't blame her. She shares a majority opinion with the most of American public who don't want anything to do with the beast. And now Comrade Orga giving the beast a little wrestling lesson.
Yeah, I'll say how to use a karate string 101.
What is a karate string?
One of those belts that they wear around. You would know this, James E, if you get more into athletics.
A karate string.
That's correct. It's the belts that they use. They're called a karate string.
I thought it's called a karate belt.
No, it's a string.
Oh, we're way off the beam here tonight.
In Taekwondo, it's called the karate string.
Taekwondo.
No, that's different. See, that's the amateur. That's the amateur.
Oh, my God.
You really got to get more into athletics like I do, Jim.
Athletics? You blow up jogging your memories. Look at that. A crossbody from the big Comrade
And Cheryl
Orga.
Day steps in.
Sticking her nose where it's not belonging. Hedi Lee, Comrade Orga now got the beast double team, send her into the ropes. And what the shit, she was too much for him. The beast weighs about 400 pounds.
They're trying it again. They throw her over and out of the ring. Now where's Hedi Lee going? She's up on the
Hedi Lee's up on the top rope. Holy Jiminy Pete! She dove off the top rope out on the floor on the beast. Hedi Lee Morgan, what an athlete! What a lady!
And the beast says, hey, you want some of this? You want some of this? Come on.
Right on the floor. Right at the feet of all those snotty-nosed rugrats that ought to be home doing their homework.
And now the beast back in the ring, and I have just been given a note. I owe you an apology. The Queen has just given me a note to remind me that you are one of the biggest and best athletic supporters he knows.
Well, thank you very much.
In the ring, Hedi Lee Morgan getting slammed.
Oh, a drop kick from the Beast. She looks as shocked as Orga is.
And now Orga gets out of the ring. They don't want to have anything to do with the Beast.
Well, this is the biggest mess I've ever seen in my life. They have just been going to town for about 2 minutes. And Orga and Hedi Lee Morgan out on the floor. Cheryl Day and the Beast in the ring.
I think that drop kick took a lot out of the Beast.
Yeah, I think that drop kick took a lot out of the ring, if you want to know my true opinion about the matter. We've seen it.
Cheryl Day trying to veal Orga, and Orga just stands her ground.
Veal? What do you think she is, a cutlet? It's veal with a B. We'll sit here all night doing this back and forth, won't we?
Oh, Cheryl Day.
I'm not sure what's worse about that, the impact or what's on top of you once she lands. Yeah.
Now Orga has got Cheryl Day up and just throws her. Gordon Soley told me it was veal.
Wait a minute, there's Hedi Lee off the ropes with a drop kick again. Got a cover, but she's right next to the Beast, who reached in, but too late. Hedi Lee Morgan, Comrade Orga.
The winner of the bout, Team America #2.
Well, like I said, it's disgusting and absolutely, in my mind, unworthy of the title Team America. Number 1, 2, 3, 10, 12, 15, or 100. Hedi Lee Morgan and Orga have no right being called Team America, but we're going to see if we can get them to stop by and talk to Bonnie Blackstone, because we have some questions we'd like to ask this team.
Way to go, Hedi Lee.
We'd like to ask this team.
Way to go, Orga.
Disgusting, absolutely disgusting, but right now let's take you to Bonnie Blackstone talking. I'm not even going to call them Team America.
Here at our ringside area, we're talking with only one of the Team Americas, Hedi Lee Morgan and Comrade Orga. How can you rightfully call this
The Team America! #1, baby! We are Team America! Just ask my faithful fans here. We're Team America!
No, not at all. This is known as Team. Where's the red, white, and blue on your team?
Hey, she didn't wear red, white, and blue when we were, and she knows I carried her. So do the people in the audience.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see you carry her.
Hey, I have in my past.
I think this is getting a little too much into a shouting and shoving match. Let's go now to Joe Pedicino and Jim Cornette.
Well, obviously, from what we just saw, Allison Royal is the new member of the real Team America, and that is Misty Blue Sims and Allison Royal. And let me tell you something, Jimmy.
You know, he's really getting on my nerves
Those
tonight.
two could make an awful good team.
Those two couldn't make a dog play dead if they shot him. The point is, we got a lot of things coming up. We got Terry Power going up against Nasty Cat. We got the main event, Bambi and Hosaka against Bad Black and Beautiful, and Wally Carbo on the Louisville Slugger.
Yeah, he's gonna have something to say about that parchment birth certificate. We'll be back.
Fans, this match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Beverly Hills, California, weighing 125 pounds, Nasty Cat. And her opponent from Portland, Oregon, weighing 148 pounds, she is the ultimate female, Terry Power.
Well, there she is, the Tower of Power.
I'd just like to say that ring announcer Bronco Billy Anderson has gained a tremendous amount of weight. He looks like a sausage stuffed in that tuxedo. He ought to be ashamed of himself.
You have absolutely no friends, do you?
I'm just calling it like I see it.
We point that out every week. The Tower of Power, Terry Power in the ring, and of course this will be a handicap match, as she will be taking on both members of the Nasty Girls. Now, true, it's only supposed to be a singles match, but Nasty Linda will get involved before it's over. She always does.
Why don't you got to be so negative? Why don't you talk about the big news story? Terry Power is going to quit professional wrestling. Talk about the big news story. Terry Power's done in professional wrestling. As you can see, her body's looking better than ever. She's been working out. Her build is tremendous. Muscles bulging. She looks great. She is going back into competition bodybuilding because she realizes that she has no future in professional wrestling.
Whoa.
Oh.
You know what? You remind me of a friend of mine, Sam Cortez, down in San Angelo, Texas. He works in the cattle yard. He is a bull shipper.
Well, I tell you what, if you want to ship something, ship yourself on over there and let Terry Power know you're so sorry for... Wait a minute. She missed that drop kick, but Nasty Cat went for a body block and just about knocked herself out.
Yeah, and then Terry just goes lollygagging into the ropes and almost kills Linda. Cat is down. Goes for the big elbow, does Power, and Nasty Cat, I think, doesn't know what day it is right now. Power picks her up. She's got her up. Where's she going with her? Through the mat. That's where.
What explanation, what other possible explanation could you have than what I said for the reason that Terry Power's body is looking so good? Muscles bulging. She's got the definition. She's got the cuts. She's got to be going back into bodybuilding.
How about she's determined to be the next superstar in professional wrestling? As Bill Apter in his Pro Wrestling Illustrated article said recently, she is the greatest new find in wrestling since Sid Vicious, and I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And as I said,
Sid had better watch out.
And as I said, he never impressed me that much either.
Terry Power has impressed the world of wrestling, I'll tell you right now. She's getting phone calls from every promoter in the world wanting her to come and wrestle.
No, she's getting phone calls from every promoter in the world, but it ain't to come and wrestle.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got that on good authority. That's the way she's getting all these big matches. She's not straight up front and above board and honest and doesn't have any integrity like Ashley Kennedy, for example. She negotiates matches. Terry Power gets them another way. Whoa, wait a minute.
There you go. I told you it was a handicap match.
She just took a swing at Nasty Linda, Terry Power.
Don't hand me that. Not only are you a bull shipper, you're blind as a bat.
Hey, I'm the one wearing glasses. You aren't.
I don't need them. Yours must be fogged up.
Mine are fogged up from you breathing heavy over Terry Power. Let's get back to the match. The point is, Terry Power is looking good. We'll give her that. She's got a great body, great physique. She's campaigning for a title match. Terry Power wants big things to happen to her in the future here in the LPWA. Well, Nasty Cat is determined that nothing good's going to happen to her in this match because she wants a victory over Terry Power to catapult her up in the singles rating.
Well, I was just going to say, if she were to defeat Terry Power here, she would go sky high in the ratings, even if it were a 2-on-1 situation.
Power now ducks in, gut wrench side salto, takes her over.
Did you see how she just threw her to the side? There's a 2 count, and off she comes. And look, Nasty Linda up on the ropes now, screaming at the referee, but it's not going to do any good, I don't think. There comes Cat right into that clothesline. And she hit her right across the forearm there, and of course that's the way to do the most damage on one of those types of clotheslines. She throws her into the ropes, off she comes again, and this time it's an elbow.
Linda's just trying to point out. Linda's trying to point out to the referee.
Sure. Yeah, right. I told you it was going to be 2-on-1. I knew it would be. But now look at this. Now what is Linda doing? Linda's going up on the ropes. Now the referee is talking to Nasty Cat. And Terry Power comes off, and Terry Power just turns her over. Does no damage whatsoever to Terry Power. And the referee just scoots her out of the ring. But now look.
Cat's up on the ropes. Wait a minute.
She's just shaking the ropes. Where's she going to go? She fell down across the ropes, and now what's Power going to do?
At least she didn't go head first. Power burying those fists into the breadbasket. This thing is just degenerated into a complete and utter pandemonium, a brawl. Power trying to hook her for that.
Right on the back of the head. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And Terry Power has knocked the Nasty Girls out of contention.
Here is your winner, the ultimate female, Terry Power.
Well, I don't know what I just saw, but I'll guarantee you one thing. The Nasty Girls are weed off.
Oh, my goodness.
About Terry Power.
Oh, I think she's hurt, and right now we're going to go see what Bonnie Blackstone has to say. It's time for Bonnie's Views.
Now, wrestling fans, Jonathan Blue is gone, but don't get too excited. He will be back. He's gone on this worldwide hunt for new members of his blues band. With his current members, Magnificent Mimi and Dangerous Denise Storm, you would think that he'd be satisfied, but I guess for people like Jonathan Blue, the more the merrier. And Medusa Michelli, who has a record album out in Japan, recently sang the Star Spangled Banner at a rugby match. That's right, a rugby match in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, Medusa will be touring Europe this summer, representing the LPWA in several tournaments there. And superstar Susan Sexton is very unhappy with the treatment, or I guess I should say lack of treatment, that she feels she's been receiving from the commissioner's office. Susan feels that she should get another title shot at Lady X, but so far no word from the commissioner's office. But I can tell you that Miss Ashley Kennedy has more than just a casual interest when it comes to who gets title shots against her Lady X. And Terry Power is leading the mailbag derby with over 1,000 letters per month from fans all over the world. Now, Terry tries to answer as many letters as possible, but with her hectic travel schedule and wrestling, that is almost impossible.
Jim Cornette with another edition of the Louisville Slugger, and my special guest today, of course, the commissioner of the LPWA, Mr. Wally Carbo. Wally, good to have you here. I wanted to bring you out because we have some issues going on now in the LPWA that need clarification. Now, I'm not sure that you and clarification have anything to do with each other, but I want to get your viewpoints on some things. Now, first of all, what about this rumor you spent some time in the 60s with Dr. Timothy Leary? Anything to that?
Not a bit of truth to that.
Well, let me ask you this about the situation with Bad, Black, and Beautiful and the Queen's Court. Now, BB&B wants a title match. Will they get it?
Any team, and including his team, is entitled to a title match.
So you're saying that any team is entitled to a title match if they want the title?
That is correct.
Well, that sounds like a title to me. Well, now let me ask you about this. Bonnie Blackstone, that little snoop, prying in everybody's business, she's always wanting to get a ban on managers at ringside. She says that people don't want to see the managers at ringside, and she wants you to ban them. Now, how do you feel about managers at ringside?
That's the toughest job in the world because the managers have a license, and if you try to stop them making a living, you're going to get involved in a lawsuit. But we can penalize them if they interfere too much, and also a penalty for a big fine, also a possible suspension.
Well, now, since we're on the subject of managers, I want to know, Commissioner Carbo, what's the true scoop between the relationship between you and Ashley Kennedy? Come on, just between you and me, we're guys, you know.
There's no scoop. You're talking about a lady that's probably one of the most intelligent women I ever met in my life. Also, as you know, this year, promoters throughout the country have watched this program, and they agree with me 100%. This lady is so sharp. She has enough money, she has enough talent, and she has enough contacts to get the greatest wrestlers in the world in her stable.
Well, there you go. And one more question. What do you think about the William Kennedy Smith affair?
No comment.
Well, there you go. Just like any other politician, Commissioner Wally Carbo. Hope things are clear for you now. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Brad Rangans, and this is LPWA Hold of the Week. This week we'll be taking a look at a very effective submission hold, the reverse leg trip. Let's go to the center of the ring for a closer look. Initially, the offensive wrestler moves into the left side of her opponent. Next, the offensive wrestler moves her right hand around her opponent's head and locks onto her chin. Now, at the same time, the offensive wrestler steps her right foot across and through her opponent's legs, placing her right foot behind her opponent's right knee. Now, with her left hand, the offensive wrestler reaches down and picks her opponent's left ankle, at the same time going into a backward roll, tripping her opponent to the mat. The offensive wrestler now has her opponent's left leg against her chest and fully hyperextended. To increase the pressure to the point of submission, the offensive wrestler simply keeps her opponent's leg hyperextended to her chest and takes her left foot and pushes to the inside of her opponent's right thigh. And there you have it for LPWA Hold of the Week.
Fans, this tag team bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at a total combined weight of 248 pounds, the team of Malaya, Hosaka, and Bebby. And their opponents at a total combined weight of 325 pounds, they are the Bad Girl and her partner, Black Venus. They are accompanied to the ring by their manager, Boogaloo Brown. Together, they are known as Bad, Black, and Beautiful.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, I believe Bill Anderson hurt himself on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, that was just way too many syllables for old Bill, especially in that tuxedo sausage casing he's got.
Have you ever noticed that every time Boogaloo Brown comes to the ring, he's got ants in his pants? He's just always wiggling around and making all those moves.
Now, let me just say this to you, my brother. I talked to Boogaloo, and he's just dancing.
Tell me, Dust, tell me.
He's just dancing because he's happy.
Oh, is that it? Yeah.
But you see, like I said to Boogaloo, my brother, I said, I don't think you ought to be nagging about the queen in the court, trying to get a title match.
Yeah,
I think you ought to be friends. I don't think you got to stir the pot like this.
But he just shouldn't come out, in my opinion, and do all that in public, if you will.
I've seen a lot of strange things in public lately, so anything I see doesn't surprise me. Right now, Bambi with an arm drag and another arm drag on the Black Venus. And that's exactly what Bambi and Hosaka are going to have to rely on.
Yes.
They are quicker than Bad Black. Oh, would you please? They are quicker than Bad Black and Beautiful.
Yes.
And they may be perhaps better wrestling technicians than Bad Black and Beautiful.
Yes.
But they are
That's all you need to say.
But
that's all you need to say.
They are woefully inadequate when it comes to power, strength, and size.
Yes,
against Bad Black and
looks
Beautiful.
like it to me, James E. Boy, that looks inadequate to me. Bambi throws Venus in, comes off with an elbow. The fans certainly don't think that they are inadequate.
They're going to have to keep up the fast break offense. They're going to have to keep up the pace against these two girls, because if they let Bad Black and Beautiful get them down, they may not be able to recover. Bad Black and Beautiful so far not able to get untracked. Look at that big kick.
Did you see that karate kick right to the chest of Black Venus? And now she brings Venus down, and she's got that arm barred. Malaya Hosaka, the little package of dynamite in the LPWA, and they tell me that one of the reasons she's doing so well, her opponents never know where she's coming from.
Well, that's true. You know, Malaya Hosaka, we've seen it before. The trademark is to come up with an unexpected move out of nowhere. There's a drop kick, for example. She's always going to come flying with one of those feet. She's going to come up with an unexpected move. She has to. She's so much smaller than all the rest of her opponents. She has to do the unexpected. The element of surprise must be on her side. Well, that's her strong point.
We've seen a spin kick, a karate kick, and an elbow, and she has just absolutely shown inadequacy is not one of the words in their vocabulary. They tag, and there comes Bambi back in, and notice the good wrestling now. She stays right on that same arm, brings the Bad Girl down, and is working on that arm. In comes Black Venus, but Bambi is ready for her. What a great team in Bambi and Hosaka.
Well, I'll tell you this, Joe. Bambi and Hosaka, here's a cover, count of one. If she powers out, Bambi and Hosaka have to be pumped up and ready for this thing, because, as you know, Bad Black and Beautiful are the #1 contenders for the World Tag Team title. Now, if Bambi and Hosaka are able to defeat them in this match, then, brother, they would be on their way to a tag team title shot with the Queen in the court.
Which they deserve.
Which they will deserve if they beat Bad Black and Beautiful. Because they still, BB&B, are the #1 contenders for that tag team title.
Well, you know, I was just looking ahead to next week. Next week, our main event right here on the LPWA will be Bambi and Hosaka. And listen to this, they will be taking on the Nasty Girls. That one has the potential to be dynamite.
Well, we saw a couple of barn burner situations between them before, the Nasty Girls and Bambi and Hosaka. But I don't know, there's going to be enough left of Hosaka and Bambi for the Nasty Girls after this match is over with.
They seem to be holding their own very well, thank you.
I don't think you can hold your own on television. It's against some kind of FCC requirement.
Sometimes you just see them coming, don't you?
Right now, Bambi behind him with the hammerlock. Beautiful switch by the Bad Girl. Takes it up in her own hammerlock. Grabs the head, spins around in the front head. Grabs the head, spins around in the front head. Chancery hooks the arm. Vertical suplex on Bambi. And that's where the power comes in. Count of 2 by referee Eddie Lone Sharkey. Bambi now on the catching end. Big slam. This is where the strength and the power come into play. Goes for the elbow edge.
And there's where the speed and the brains come into play. Right there, Bambi outsmarting the bad girl. And now, whoa! Well, you want a little strength? I'll give you some strength right across the chest. There's two by Bambi now. Oh, my goodness, what a clothesline from the bad girl.
Big short clothesline there, jerked her right into it. Pulling her up now and gonna go for it again.
She ducked it, look at this. Oh, she reversed it, look at that.
Bambi came out from under there, makes the tag to Hosaka, and Hosaka's going to come in here. She's been rested the past couple of minutes. Going for a slam, but can't get the bad girl up. She's too big. She powers.
Oh, look at that.
Venus.
She finally got her up, and then Black Venus came in and pulled Hosaka down by the hair. 2-on-1, double teaming, the trademark of the team of Bad, Black, and Beautiful. And there they throw her off, and now, look at this, a crucifix, and she got, and Bambi comes in and pulls her down. Beautiful move by Bambi.
She got that reverse crucifix, but she wouldn't have been able to take her over if it hadn't been for Bambi.
Well, as you say so many times, James E., that's why they call it teamwork.
Don't pat me on the back. Right now, Malaya Hosaka in, can't say no man's land, no woman's land, in the corner of Bad, Black, and Beautiful. Boogaloo Brown shouting instructions. He's the line coach. He's the man on the scene trying to give them the instructions, tell them what's going on, and they're following, it looks like, his directions because they're on top of Malaya Hosaka.
Well, Malaya Hosaka in trouble right now, but as we've said so many times, you never know what's going to happen with Malaya in the ring. She comes at you from so many different directions, and she is so agile and so quick that she can turn a situation around on the head of a pin. But
well, in that case, she could just spin it. She could just spin it right around on your head then. Hosaka with a big leg trip. Hosaka just 19 years old. She's still in college. Had her first professional match when she was 15 years of age. But right now, she's going to a school of a different kind, Joe Pedicino, because Bad, Black, and Beautiful are taking her to the school of the streets. Bambi coming in the ring. The referee's got to get her out of there.
Well, now, wait a minute. She's got as much right to be in there as both the Bad, Black, and Beautiful. And look at this. We have got a melee in the ring. It's breaking down in Laughlin, Nevada. All four women are in the ring. Bambi has got Black Venus in the corner and is doing a job on her. In the meantime, Hosaka has got Bad Girl down and now is working on her, and there's an elbow.
This thing has just gone totally out of control. Referee Eddie Sharkey powerless to separate these girls. Bambi coming right back in again, going after Bad Girl.
Oh, it just goes right at her. And look at this, Bambi now just doing... Bambi putting the fist.
Wait a minute, that's the referee signaling for the bell.
And there's a spin kick.
Unbelievable spinning kick. There's a clothesline on Bad Girl. What is it? What is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been ruled a time limit draw.
Oh, the time ran out. Our TV time ran out on this match. What a great match it was. I'll tell you something right now. It was one of the most exciting matches we've seen in a long time. I'm sure that they will see more from these four competitors. Right now, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back. Bonnie Blackstone. Now, wait a minute. Bambi is saying 5 more minutes.
Now, wait a minute. The legal time has expired. I got the timekeeper, Luscious Louis Spicoli, over here right now. Let me see that watch, Spicoli. Yep.
We're not going to be able to do this on TV, but as you can see, it's a standoff in the ring. We'll be back. Bonnie Blackstone is in the locker room with the Queen right after we take a short timeout.
He wants to run around all the LPWA, making his big transvestite tag team, trying to come out and beat up my girls. Well, you're wrong, honey, and I'm going to end this real soon.
Does this mean that you will, in fact, give them a shot at these...
What it means, you hair-sprayed freak, is it's none of your business. You're lucky to even be standing here next to me. You know, I really could make you a pretty woman. You're not beyond help.
That's okay. I wanted to ask Lonnie something, if I can. How do you feel about taking on members of Bad, Black, and Beautiful?
Why, I never.
Really?
We're going to beat their butts from one side of the arena to the other. And you know that, Blackstone. And to think They called someone who is as beautiful as myself.
Yes.
Old.
Beautiful.
Oh, how humiliating.
Judy, take her up and calm
I'll
her
show you who's old.
I'll take care of
How
it.
is
not supposed to go.
nationwide.
They wish they looked as good as Leilani Kai, honey. Well, if the blood test ever clear, honey, maybe we'll talk about a match.
I think he needs a little help along with the ladies. Right now we are going to go to ringside. Joe Pedicino and Jim Cornette. Did you see this?
Man, I tell you what an hour this has been. Team America number 2, I must admit, looked good. Terry Power continues that upward and onward ways.
Well, I tell you what, the most important thing is Bambi and Hosaka did not beat Bad Black and Beautiful.
But Bad Black and Beautiful didn't beat Bambi and Hosaka. It was a time limit draw.
You don't look at it that way. You look at it like I'm saying. Bambi and Hosaka did not win their match. That's the most important thing. And next week, Bennett, Sexton, Mimi, the Queen's Court, a bunch of other things.
Team America number 1.
Yeah. What about that main event next week?
Well, we've got Bambi and Hosaka that will be back, and they will be taking on the Nasty Girls. And I've been told this is going to be the one to end the feud, and we'll see.
Good. Now, well, maybe we'll finally get rid of Bambi and that little chink Hosaka at the same time.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it. For Joe Pedicino, I'm Joe Pedicino. For Jim Cornette, we'll be back next week on the LPWA, the hottest action in the ring today.